So there was a wee little man, and a wee little man was he. Now, being a wee little man is tough growing up. He was beat up, knocked down, pushed down, torn down. And this left a small broken boy to turn into a small broken man. Oh, but he got his chance for revenge. When Caesar came a-calling, he came a-running. They would have to respect him then. And if they didn't, they'd just collect a little bit more. 1 for Caesar, 2 for me. 2 for Caesar, 4 for me. He stole and he took, and he got his. But no matter how much he took, there was still a brokenness inside. And then one day a man came to town. But this wasn't just any man. This was the one they called Jesus Christ. Now, Zacchaeus had heard of this man. He had heard the stories, but he needed to see him for himself. So he left his home and followed the crowd. He ran to the place where Jesus was, but to his dismay, he couldn't see. He jumped and he pushed and he tried what he could, but nobody was going to move for Zacchaeus. Nobody. All he wanted to do was to see this man who had done so many great things. So he thought, and he thought hard about what he could do. And that's when he saw it. Standing there like it was always waiting for him. He stood there and marveled at this great sycamore tree. So he ran as fast as he could, and he climbed up to the top. And then he found a branch and he climbed out. And before him stood the man he had come to see. But just as he saw him, a terror began to build inside of him. Now I can see, but what if he can see me? He wouldn't see my height, but he would look at me and bring all that I had done into the light. He would peer into the depths of my soul and see everything I had stole. Oh, God, please don't let him see me. But as he thought those very thoughts, Jesus began to turn. Zacchaeus' heart sank. What could he do? There was nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Then Jesus looked up right at him, like he was the only one around him. Zacchaeus thought he knew what was about to happen next. He thought that now that he was spotted, Jesus already knew everything that he had done, every sin. He didn't want to look anymore, but no matter how hard he tried, he couldn't turn away. And then it happened. Jesus called his name. Jesus said, "Zacchaeus, come down from there." Zacchaeus couldn't believe it. Jesus knew his name. But Jesus didn't stop there, and he didn't say what Zacchaeus thought he was going to say. Zacchaeus thought he was going to have to face the same ridicule and condemnation that he had always had. But instead, Jesus said, "For I will stay at your house tonight." Zacchaeus was confused, but he did not delay. He climbed down from that tree, and he and the Lord walked the way. As they walked together, Zacchaeus could not justify, for down inside his soul was deep embedded a lie. This lie that told him that he was not good enough. This lie that told him that he had to be tough. This lie that continually reminded him of all the mistakes that he had made, and that no matter what he did, it could never be repaid. Whether Jesus knew who Zacchaeus was or not, he was about to. For as they walked closer and closer to Zacchaeus' home, the people began to talk. They whispered and murmured, but Zacchaeus barely paid attention. For every step they took together, Zacchaeus could feel more and more redemption. Zacchaeus knew all that he had done. He knew that it would be better if Jesus would stay with somebody else. But Jesus didn't care. He knew where he needed to be, and he wasn't worried about the opinion of anybody else. And that day, something in Zacchaeus changed. Just being in the presence of the Lord, he had been renewed. So Zacchaeus decided not just to see the change inside himself. All that had changed was about to be viewed. So Zacchaeus turned to the one who had stirred in him this change. He told Jesus that he would give back what he had stole, and he wouldn't stop there. No, he would give back twofold of everything that he had stolen. Then Jesus turned and dropped some knowledge on all those whose heads were so swollen. He told them that salvation had come to this house today, and that this man was the son of Abraham, no matter what they say. For the Son of Man came to seek and to save the lost. But the Son of Man came to seek and save the lost.